People are always going to have something negative to say, whether it be about how we look, what we say, what we do, especially if they don't have Christ in their hearts. Because as we know, God teaches us to love others as we love Him. When you're a child of God, you won't even slightly care about what the child of the devil says. Hi, my name is Janaya, and if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you, and if you are not new, I'm so glad to see you again. Today's video, we will be talking about how to not care like Christ and what that truly means. Because I know in today's age, a lot of people care about people's opinions, whether we think we don't, we do. Whether it be likes on Instagram, whether it be someone having something negative to say about us, people often care about what another person thinks. When we think about it, no one else's opinion matters. We can get so engulfed in someone else's negative opinions about us that it could literally ruin our day, week, month, and the rest of the year. We shouldn't care that much about what someone has to say about us. You're nothing. God wouldn't say that to you. God wouldn't say that to you. You're never going to be nothing. You look hideous. What kind of outfit is this? It does not matter. People are going to do what they want. People are going to say what they want, including negativity. But negativity is definitely something that we should not care about, because that doesn't do us any good. I just got a negative comment today about how I was made, like how God made me. I got a negative comment about that today, and I had to tell myself, you know what? People are made in all kinds of different shapes and sizes, colors, but I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay? God made me in His image, and I am perfect. So, yeah, that was a little bit of testimony from today. Galatians 1 verse 10 says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." That is Galatians 1:10. And he's definitely right. If we are constantly being people pleasers and caring about someone else's opinions about us, how can we serve God? How can we be servants and children of God if we're constantly worrying about what the world has to say about us? That does not matter. The only opinion that matters is God's. And that also brings me to when I was reading the Gospels, the Pharisees would constantly go up to Jesus and always have something to say. Always have something to say. But Jesus would either, one, answer their questions with a question because he knew that they knew the answer and how he would react or how he should, or Jesus would completely just ignore them and be like, okay, I don't have time for this. I do not have time for this mess. And he went on about his day. That's exactly what we should do to not care like Christ. Not answer questions with a question, but if you know that someone knows the answer to something, or you just know that they're trying to get a certain reaction out of you, don't even answer it or respond to it with love. The Bible also says to love our enemies and turn the other cheek. Not to actually turn the other cheek for someone to slap, but just leave it alone. And when it comes to not caring, of course we might have a little bit of care. But when it comes to like truly taking that negative opinion and putting it in our own minds and replaying it day to day, that's something that we should not be doing. That can hold us back from doing a lot of things and really becoming the person that we are supposed to be, because we're constantly thinking about someone else's negativity. We weren't negative, but they were negative. So now I'm negative. I mean, I guess that's what it means by negative, and positive means negative, but that's math. Not how we should be. And it says in Proverbs 29:25, "The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in and puts his confidence in the Lord will be exalted and safe." That is Proverbs 29:25 AMP. That verse speaks about fear, because when we fear something, that will have us constantly thinking about the negatives and the what ifs and the opinions of others or just the opinions of the world. And I said at the beginning, when we are children of God, we won't even care about the children of the devil and what they have to think or say about anybody. Most of the time, those children of the devil have things that they're fighting themselves. We should not have the fear in our hearts, for God does not give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control, and a sound mind in other translations. A sound mind, a clear mind, a mind that helps us to discern what is really true and what is not true. That's what God gives us. God gives us discernment to know what we should be doing, what we should be doing, what we should think about, what we shouldn't be thinking about, everything, who we should be around, who we shouldn't be around, everything. That's the sound mind. Going back to the 4 Gospels and how Jesus would respond to the Pharisees, he would always give an answer that glorified God. When someone gives you negativity and you respond with negativity, you're not glorifying God. You are feeding into the negativity. You are feeding into the devil's schemes that he wants you to fall for. Okay, this person just told me something that I didn't like. How should I respond? Should I respond with more negativity? Should I respond or not respond? Should I respond in a way that keeps my happiness? I think I'm gonna do 2 of those 3 options. And when we think about it, it's really not about how we feel or that other person feels. It's about how God would feel with our responses. God definitely does understand our emotions. Maybe that negative thing made us upset. God gets upset too, but he wouldn't want us to stay upset. He moved on and he continued to persevere and to do things that glorified God regardless of how he felt. It's not always about how you feel. It's about how God would feel. Also, once we get to a point where we are seeking nothing but the kingdom above and all is righteousness, anything else outside of that really wouldn't matter for real. Because, okay, it's not anything that's kingdom based, kingdom minded, faith based, anything that could bring me closer to God. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to care about something that could take me away from God, take me out of the character, take me away from the person that I'm supposed to be for God to dwell inside of me. I'm not going to care. It's not that he doesn't want us to just be nonchalant. He just wants us to not care about the negativity. Negativity does not come from God. The Bible says be quick to listen, even if it makes you angry. You can be angry internally and go to God and pray for him to give you the strength to not feel that way, but that's not a place that we should stay. If it doesn't bring you closer to God, I have no room for it. That goes for people too. Situations, little situations, big situations, people close to us, people that don't know us at all, especially through the internet, because people will always have something to say on the internet, always. But if you think about it, would that person say what they said to you in person? Also think about that too. So yes, I pray that this video gave you some insight on how to just simply not care and be more like Christ. I pray that you also can understand that opinions can matter if they're trying to bring you closer to God. But if they don't and they're trying to just take you out of your character, make you upset, you know that they're trying to get to you, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't affect you. It won't affect you. So I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.